up? Today I'm going to be telling you a story from when I was 16 years old. This is an intense story. I lived with my aunt from when I was 13 to when I was 17. Now, when I was 16, it was springtime or summertime. Summertime. It was springtime or summertime, and I don't remember which one. My aunt wanted to plant some flowers. She wanted to plant a garden by her shed in the backyard. My cousin, we're gonna call her Lena. She had a friend, and when she went to high school, they were really good friends, but they haven't talked for a while. She became close with her friend's dad. Her friend's dad's name was Dan. His name really was Dan. I don't know. His name was Dan. So as my cousin and her friend's dad became closer, he would start coming over to the house and helping us out with things and just talking to us, and he was a really cool guy. At first, one day he called my aunt and he said, "Hey, I'm gonna stop over and I'm gonna bring some flowers for you." So she was like, "Oh, that's great, like thank you so much." He comes over with a bunch of flowers, like every kind of freaking flower you could plant in a garden. After that, he asked my aunt, he was like, "Oh, is Lena available to come watch my house for me?" Because he apparently had something coming in the mail that needed to be signed for. My cousin actually had something to do that day, so he asked me if I wanted to do it. And I said, sure, because he was going to pay me $50 just to sit in his house and wait to sign something, so like, fuck yeah, you know? I agree. So we're driving to his house. Now, I don't know where he lives. This was on Long Island, New York, where I used to live. And I didn't know where he lived. I was just going with it. Whatever. I'm getting $50. Sure, take me wherever. Not anymore. I was 16, mind you. Basically, he was talking to me like he really understood me, like he really wanted to help me, and it was really cool. We pull up to his house, and the second we pull up to his house, he tells me, "Okay, wait in the kitchen, I just have to clean up a little bit." So I said, okay. So when you first walk into his house, it's the kitchen. So I'm standing in there and I look over. First of all, there's only saltine crackers, ketchup, and honey. Do those go together? He's cleaning up. I hear him just standing there. I'm like, alright, whatever. Maybe he has clothes everywhere. So he says, okay, you can come in. So I go in and I sit down on this little leather chair, and I'm sitting there and I look to my right. There's a razor on the table. And I was like, alright, not like a shaving razor, like a blade, like a razor blade for like a men's razor. And I was just like, okay, whatever. I go to the bathroom and I come back and the razor's gone. So I was like, alright, whatever. Everything's fine. Maybe I don't know what he needed that for. Didn't think about it. So remember how I said that I was coming there to house sit because he wasn't going to be home because he was going to a garage sale that his friend was holding and he was going to sell things too. I'm sitting in his house and he's getting his stuff together. He's going back and forth, and every time he would come into the living room where I was and go back to his room, every time he would say, "Oh, I'll be right back. I'm going to the laundry basket." Or, "Oh, I just got back from the laundry basket. I was just in the laundry basket." And I was like, alright, I wasn't going to ask questions. I didn't really care. Like, just get out. Like, you know? White Chicks came on TV, and that's my favorite movie of all time, so I was like, fuck yeah, I'm set. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to watch White Chicks and wait to sign this thing. 10 minutes go by. He's still there. 20 minutes go by. He's still there. 30 minutes go by. He's still there. And I'm just like, aren't I supposed to be, like, house sitting? Like, aren't you supposed to be leaving? Still, every time, he came back and forth. "Oh, I just at the laundry basket. Oh, I gotta go to the laundry basket." I didn't, nothing clicked. Nothing clicked. Now, I'm sitting there for an hour. It's been an hour, and he's still there. And I'm so confused. I'm just sitting there, and he's still chilling. So I said to him, I was like, "Dude, like, don't you have to go to a garage sale?" He was like, yeah, like, I'm getting things together. Sorry, I was just in the laundry basket. And he goes, "Yo, like, where you at?" So I go in there. And he said, and first of all, His room is dark. He's just sitting in the dark with just the light of his desktop computer. Just from the monitor. That's it. So you just see his face glowing. Good start. I walk in and he goes, you know, I got some stuff on Lena that I could tell you. I said, okay, tell me. He goes, you could use it against her. I was like, all right, tell me. He goes, no, I can't tell you. I was like, all right, so don't. And he was like, no, you know, I should tell you so you have the upper hand. I was like, okay, so tell me. And he goes, no. I need something on you. I was like, I'm a 16-year-old who goes to school, does her homework, and goes to bed. I didn't have a phone. My aunt wouldn't let me have a phone. So I literally woke up, went to school, got home, did my homework, went to bed. So he was like, no, I need something on you. And I was like, I don't do anything. Like, if I had something, maybe I'd tell you, but I don't do anything. So he goes, I know something. I said, what? He said, why don't you try some of this? I said, some of what? He said, some of this. I said, what is it? He was like, you know, just try it. I said, what is it? What is it? He said, it's, yeah, just try it. I was like, all right. So I look over there. No, I wasn't going to try it. Didn't mean that. It's a hamper, upside down, with a mirror on top. And then there was, like, an aerosol can, but, like, a small one. And, like, on the top, there was, like, tin foil. And then there was a razor blade, and there were lines, and then there were rocks, and now you know where I'm going with this. I look at it, I said, what is that? I'm an innocent-ass 16-year-old, I had no idea what that was. Looking at it, I didn't know what it was. And he goes, it's like a lighter version of cocaine. It was crack. Straight up, it was crack. Like, he's a crackhead. So I said, no, like, I don't do that, sorry. And now my heart is pounding. I'm just like, this guy is sitting in here just smoking crack, and I'm just sitting in here like, what's gonna happen? I thought he was gonna go to a garage sale because I was supposed to be there to sign something. So I said to him, I was like, dude, like, aren't you gonna go? Like, when are you going? Because my heart's beating, but I'm very calm in hardcore situations where most people would start panicking. I panic on the inside, but I'm very calm on the outside. I know how to handle it. I'm being very calm and cordial, and I'm saying, okay, like, when are you gonna leave? Like, you should really get going. He says to me, he goes, don't you want to know why I keep saying the laundry basket? Why I keep saying the laundry basket? I was like, I don't really care. And he's like, well, I keep calling it that because it makes you want to take your clothes off. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta fucking go. Gotta go! Oh. I didn't even mention, this man is like almost in his 60s. May have been in his 60s, so there's that. Now I'm really panicking. I'm like, wow, this man, what if he rapes me? What if he touches me? What if he forces me to do drugs? I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Finally, he leaves. He finally leaves after like 2 hours. The second that motherfucker pulled out of the driveway, I grabbed his house phone and I called my aunt so fucking quick. And she answered like, hey, Dan. And I was like, yo. I was like, you need to come and get me right now. Right fucking now. What happened? Like, what's going on? Like, what the fuck's going on? I was like, you need to come and get me right now. I'm not fucking with you. Basically explained like a little bit to her just so she would shut the fuck up and come get me. She sent my cousin to get me, not Lena. We're gonna call my other cousin Wanda. It's Wanda. So my cousin Wanda, she's coming to get me. Now, I'm sitting in his house and I'm like, all right, like, they're coming to get me. And then they call back and they were like, wait, do you know the address? I was like, no. Like, don't you? Like, you sent me here, don't you? But no. Bitch didn't know the address. Great. And I had no fucking idea. I didn't even know what town I was in. I had no fucking idea. She goes, okay, go outside and look at the street and look at the number and tell me where you are. So I go outside, I look at the number. I tell her the number. She said, okay, I find the street. I start walking down the steps. There's no street sign. There's no fucking street sign. I shit you not, no street sign. And I was like, I'm fucked. I was like, I'm fucked. Like, what do I do? I see nothing. So I see these workers, like, I was on, like, a T. Like, I was on this street, and here's the house I'm at, and then there was, like, a street going this way. So I see workers on the street going this way, and I said, hey, like, do you know what street I'm on right now? And they were like, no, like, this street is whatever, and I don't know if it continues or anything. I was like, all right, great. I don't even remember how I don't even remember. They must have called, like, Lena or something and asked. I don't know. I really don't know to this day. And she's on her way, and so I was like, all right, like, I'm just gonna sit in here and wait for them to come. I'm still panicking. I'm shaking. Like, that scared the shit out of me. I'm 16. Like, I was terrified. I'm still sitting there. And then I was like, no, I gotta pee. So I go to the bathroom. I pee, wash my hands, and I hear the door open. And I was like, oh my god, thank God, like, Wanda's here. So I look out the door, and I see Dan. He came back and goes, why are you in my room? Why are you in my room? Why are you in my room? Why did you go in my room? I was like, I wasn't in your room. What the fuck? Like, why am I didn't go in your room. Like, I'm in the bathroom. I just peed. Like, I didn't go in your room. And he was like, I can't believe you fucking did that. Like, why'd you call them? Like, you shouldn't have called them. You should have called. I was like, like, of course I called them. You're a fucking psycho crackhead. He starts screaming at me, telling me to get out. He was like, you know what? Like, you can't be in here. You can't be in here. You gotta get out. You gotta get out. So I didn't even let him finish. I grabbed my shit. I grabbed my bag. I left my hoodie there. It was a great hoodie, too. Left that hoodie there. Never see it again. Anyway, take my bag. I start walking down the street, and he starts saying to me, he was like, you can sit on the steps, but you can't wait in there. I was like, I start walking down the street. I don't even give a fuck. And so he gets in his car. He starts pulling away. He's shaking his head at me. He is shaking his head at me. Let me know where that makes sense. Now that I'm not in his house, I don't have a phone, because my aunt wouldn't let me have a phone. So now I don't have his house phone. I have no cell phone, so I'm fucked. In case my cousin couldn't find me, how's she gonna reach me? So this woman, like, let me use her phone. She was really, really sweet, and she, like, let me sit with her dog. She was like, oh, like, she'll make you, like, happy or whatever. It was really sweet. She let me use her phone. And so I start calling my cousin, asking her where she is, and the phone goes dead. Like, it didn't die, but, like, it disconnected. And I was like, what the fuck? Ma'am, like, I don't know what just happened. So she was like, all right, like, try it again. So I call her again, rings, like, twice, and stops. I was like, don't tell me we have no connection. I was like, don't tell me that. Now, we aren't, like, I told you, like, it's a T, and so we're here, and I went across the street, like, on this road to his neighbor across the street's house, basically. And the woman knocked on the door and asked if she could use the house phone since her phone had no signal. And so the guy was asking what was going on, and basically I was telling them, like, this guy, like, tried to get me to do drugs, like, straight up, like, I don't know where I am, like, I need to go home. The man across the street ended up calling the cops, like, whatever, like, that was obvious, like, I was probably gonna do it eventually, too. So, the woman's sitting with me all the way up until my cousin gets there. So my cousin finally gets there after, like, another 45 minutes, because this man lived far away, like, he lived far from my house, and my cousin finally got me. They picked me up, brought me home. I get there, and my cousin Lena is on the phone with him, basically saying I was shit-talking them, and I was just shit-talking them. It's like talking to him and almost understanding his side. And even my aunt at this point was like, Lena, get off the phone. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, get off. She starts getting upset with me. It's my fault your friend's dad tried to get me to smoke crack. Yeah, it's my fault. It's my fault he basically told me, like, it makes me want to take my clothes off. That's my fault. My bad, my bad. Sorry. Didn't mean it. Bitch. Basically, that was that. And he ended up getting arrested. He was in jail for a while. He was saying that, he was gonna kill himself because of all this happening. When you're trying to get someone underage to do crack with you, a lighter version of cocaine, my dickhole. Crack. You saying you're gonna kill yourself isn't too much of a shocker if you're a crackhead, you know? Definitely leave me what you want me to do. Subscribe, like it. Alright. Peace.